Hello puppy families. I've been getting a couple questions lately about how to know if your dog is getting enough food or how to judge when to increase their amount. So one thing you want to look at is body score. So with a puppy, that means we want to be able to look at them from the side and not see their ribs. But when you feel them, you want to be able to feel their ribs, okay? And when you look at them from up top, you want to see a tuck behind the ribs. Like you want to be able to see that waistline. So that's how you know you're not overfeeding. Well, another way you can tell is if you're seeing any loose stool, that's overfeeding. So loose stool like soft serve ice cream, like Dairy Queen, that's too much food. Now, as far as increasing your food, I think I mentioned to you before that Patria has something called the Pet Profile on the website. You can go there and look. I typically feed my dogs here at home, even puppies, about 60% of what they say. That doesn't mean that's true of your puppy, okay? You're gonna have to judge for yourself. So if you decide to increase, like the guidelines I've given you are they're just guesstimations. So it has to do with your puppy's size, their frame, if they're more heavy muscled or lighter muscled, their activity level, their age. So feel free to check in anytime if you want advice. But as you increase the food, the biggest thing is to do it very slowly. So if you feel like your puppy needs more food, and hunger is not a good judge of if they need more food because there's a lot of meat in our food, and golden retrievers and cavaliers are known for being gluttons. They will eat as much as you'll give them. So you have to kind of watch. So hunger is not a good indicator, but body score is, and if there's any loose poop, that would mean too much food. So if you need to increase food, okay, they're too thin, what you do is you would every three days increase it by about a teaspoon. So the way I do that is, let's say you're doing a 3/4 cup. So when I increase it, I would use a heaping 3/4 cup. That's about a tablespoon. And then after 3 days, if they're not having any loose stool and they're eating all their food and they look good and they're not having any problems like if they all of a sudden start having bathroom accidents, that can be too much food too. If they're eating too much food, it's hard for them to control getting outside to hold it. So if all of a sudden you see accidents or a large volume of poop, like that is just the dog's pooping and pooping and pooping, too much food. Then give it like so let's say you increase from 3/4 cup to a heaping 3/4 cup. So that means the cup is rounded, the measuring cup. Then give it like 3 days. If you don't see any symptoms of overfeeding, you could increase it to like a scant 1 cup. That means just slightly less than a full cup. And then a level cup, and then a rounded cup. So you can see how I'm doing increments of scant, round, or scant, level, and rounded, or heaping. And that seems to be a good way to increase slowly. You could get an inexpensive set of measuring cups at the dollar store or Walmart or something that could just be dog measuring cups if you don't want to use your good baking utensils. But it's really better to have the measuring cups so you can do that. Well, you could do it some other way. That just works for me. And then give it 3 days before you increase again, and make sure it looks like they're handling that amount of food well. I hope that helps, and feel free to drop me a line if you need more specifics. Have a great night. Bye.